Hey everybody, welcome back to Life with Lolo. I am bringing you a Monday review of Love and Hip Hop New York. This is season 10, episode 1 and 2, and I think it is called Homecoming and Comebacks. Do not quote me on that. My TV, for some odd reason, will not show what the title was in the info bar, so I had to Google it, and that's what Google said. So, I mean, Google is most of the time right, so we gonna go with that. Let me tell y'all, when I saw that they was bringing back Chrissy, Tahari, who else they brought back? Jim Jones, they brought back somebody else, child. Oh, well, they ain't bring her back yet, Olivia, because I was like, where the hell they find Olivia at? Girl. But anyway, when I found out they was bringing all the old people back, I was like, oh, okay, yeah, I need to tune in to this season and watch, okay? Because it should be good. And that preview, we're going to talk about the preview in a second. But let's get into this review because it was a 2-hour episode. I don't understand why they be doing these first episodes back to back like that, but bear with me because I don't know how long this video fitting to be. Y'all know my ass like to ramble. So hopefully I don't be talking too long. I done already wasted a minute and 20 seconds. So let me just jump into it. We see Chrissy, Christy Lampkin, okay? We see her walking in and she doing like the whole intro and stuff. She talking about being back home and her changing. It's been 10 years and a lot of hookups and breakups. And while she talking, they showing like the all the clips of her and all her relationships with like Kimbella, Yandy, her relationship with Jim Jones and stuff like that. And she was just saying like, Love and Hip Hop is a scary place and only the strong survive type thing. So we get her a little backstory where she been. Her and Jim Jones, and I was like, it's been 10 years since they was on the show, wasn't she? Because she did season 1. I know she did season 1, season 2, but she didn't come back for season 3. So, but I think back then the seasons wasn't as long as it is now, so it was short. So maybe that's why it didn't really feel like it was like a full whole season because they was testing it out. But yeah, she was in season 1 and season 2, and she was saying that her and Jim Jones was together for about 15 years, and they haven't broken up, but she was living separate from him. Like he was still in New York, and she was down there in Florida. So she was saying she was down in Florida for about 3 to 4 years, just changing herself and working on her, being a better her and all that stuff. And I guess he was acting up or whatever. I don't know. But she said she needed a break. So anyway, we see Jim Jones in there with the dogs and stuff like that. And she was talking about him getting her bags. And he was like, what is your bags? Like, go and get your own bags, girl. And so she was they showed a clip of her giving him an ultimatum. And because she was saying like 4 years ago, she gave him the ultimatum and stuff like that. But because that looked like they was when they was on the show. So I was just like, was the show 3 to 4 years ago? How they do 10 seasons and I don't know. Y'all help me figure it out, okay? But anyway, she was complaining about how the house was dirty. I mean, she was just coming in there nagging. And if I was him, I would have said the same thing. Like, damn, you just got here. Can you just tell me how you doing? How you been or whatever? Because she came in there in the door just nagging and stuff. And anyway, she was basically saying that he been in trouble that she couldn't talk about. But they showed the clip, and I guess he was allegedly had like a couple felonies or something like that. So I don't know. But she was talking about, talking to Kimbella and trying to repair that relationship because of his relationship with Dipset, Jules Santana and the rest of the gang. So she was saying she was going to reach out to Kimbella. She put the dog down, y'all. Why the dog shit on the floor? I said, damn, what's wrong with the doggy? He got to be held all the time? Like, goodness. But anyway, we see Yandy next. She rolled up in her rose gold Rolls Royce. I was like, well, that's cute. But she was hosting some event for prison reform. She was saying it's been 5 years since Mendici been in jail. And I think he got out of jail last week. Don't quote me on that. I just heard it on the blogs or whatever. But I do think he got out last week or something like that. But she was just basically saying that the program is until freedom. She did her little speech because they put her on the board of directors, so she had to give her little speech and stuff like that. It was a few people there, like Remy, Jonathan. Was Sin there? I don't think Sin was there. I know Rich Dollars was there, and Juju was there, and that's all I can remember. I don't know if Sin was there. I don't know if she was there or not, but they was talking about that. And then of course Remy, she wanted to give her little story or whatever, saying that she been locked up and she understands, about the prison reform and stuff like that. And she is off of parole. Yandy went over there, rubbed on her ankle. She was finally off parole. So Remy said she was gonna throw a little parole release type party or whatever like that, since she ain't gotta be out inside the house by 8 p.m. So she gonna celebrate and turn up as she should or whatever. Next we see Kimbella. She's talking about finally getting married to Jewels. What happened? What party is it? Oh, Kimbella showed up at the party. She showed up at the party. She said that Yandy invited her or whatever like that, and she was kind of surprised that Yandy invited her. But Yandy said she invited her to kind of like start up a conversation, because it's like, why are we fighting type thing. And I guess Yandy trying to forgive her for what she said. Because what Kimbella said last year was kind of foul. Like, why are you going to say she adopted some girl for some clout? Like, that's just foul. And then the girl would see that. Like, even if you even thought it. Like, if you thought that girl was going to see that, because she going to watch TV, it's going to be in the blogs, it's going to be on the internet, because people going to run that clip 1,001 times. So, like, that girl would see that, and that could mess up her head and stuff like that. So, even if she thought, she should have kept it in her head, because that was just disrespectful. I ain't like that. Because that little girl had been through a lot and stuff like that. So, to say that Yandy got her for some clout is like, she questioning Yandy's motives and all that other stuff. Like, Kimbella should have kept that in her throat. But anyway, they was just being civil and stuff like that. And Remy, she left them alone so they can talk. They was talking about Mendici coming home. Kimbella said that she was excited for her, whatever like that, and that she's about to go through it with Jewels, because he got, 24 months or 36 months, 27, between 24 and 34. Was it 27 months? Y'all know I can't remember nothing. I should have wrote that shit down. But I think it was 27 months. I think so. But if y'all watch the show, y'all know. What happened? So next, Yandy sat down with Jonathan and Juju, and Jonathan was saying, how proud he is of her and blah blah blah. And then he tell her that Chrissy reached out to him and stuff like that, and he trying to close the gap between Yandy and Chrissy and stuff. And Yandy was pretty much like, no, like, just hearing her name make my skin crawl. And is it because you scared, or is it because like you just irritated with her, or is it like a little of both? I don't know. But anyway, let's say, so they showed the clip. They were showing these clips, y'all. I was dying when they kept showing that damn clip of Chrissy beating Kimbella. Child, I said, they is shady. But they showed the clip with Chrissy about to fight Yandy over her role with Jim, and how Jim had fired her and all that other stuff. So Yandy was pretty much like, I'll do me and she can do her. Like, ain't enough. Like, what we talking about? Like, we ain't really had no type of relationship like that. So, like, what we talking for? But Jonathan, of course, he trying to be the peacemaker. You know how he gets sometimes. So, next we see Sin and her baby. He is adorable, by the way. She had this little play yard or whatever. And it was just like a little meetup for her to drop the baby off with, not drop the baby off, exchange the baby with Joe, because they not together. She was saying that he proposed to her, and 4 months later, she found some stuff in his phone. He was out here cheating. So she was kind of broken up about it or whatever like that. She never said on this episode, or in the 2 hours, I should say, she never said like what she found out. But she was like really broken up about it, and like really in her feels. So something must have went down. Like, I don't know. But yeah, that was pretty much it for that little scene. Yeah. So next we see Erica. she was talking in the mirror, or well, not talking in the mirror. She was doing her makeup or something. I don't know, child. And they was like, the little over voice or whatever like that. And she was saying how she's been in love with people or whatever. Been in a relationship. Y'all know her track record. She been in a relationship with everybody. She was with Rich Dollar, Sin, Bow Wow, a couple other people they ain't put on camera. So she said she finally found love with Safari. And I like them two together. I don't know, like some people were just like, oh, why they together? He a clown and blah blah blah. But she a clown too. She a clown too. And they both look cute together. I think they make a cute little couple. Like, they both clowns, they both want the attention, they both like, look, she happy, I'm happy for her. And the way he was tonguing her down and she had her tongue all up, I said, ooh, goddamn, it's hot. So I was like, ooh, child. I said, I ain't even gonna reenact it for y'all, but because I ate some Doritos. So, but anyway, but y'all saw how them tongues was moving. I was just like, ooh, child, that's how she got pregnant. She messed around, he bust another egg up in there. But anyway, what happened? She was just basically thanking him. She was saying like her dad died, and after her dad died, Safari came into the picture, so she believed that her dad sent Safari for her. And when they was on that Scream show, because I did watch that series, he seemed like he was genuinely not in love with her, but he liked her or whatever like that, because he was just acting, you know how guys do when they like you or whatever, and they just be acting foolish. So that's how he was acting. So I really think he really loved her and she loved him. So I'm happy for them. They supposed to be getting married in like 3 weeks or something like that. And he's talking about she pregnant with the golden, what did he say? He was like, Papoose, you ain't the only person that can have a golden child. We pregnant with the golden, rose gold, diamond baby with the, what do you say, the diamond placenta. I said, Safari, stop. You and this guy, first of all, why he got this pink fur on with the clown? But anyway, child, next scene we see Papoose, Joe, and Rich Dollars. Papoose came in. He was like, he was late or whatever because he was dealing with the golden child, and he tells them about the parole party, and he was saying to Joe Button that, I just want you to know that Sin gonna be there. Is that gonna be a problem? Like, is it gonna be an issue or whatever like that? And Joe was like, well, I don't really know because we haven't really talked or whatever. Why he talk so slow, y'all? And he was like, well, what you mean you ain't talking? He was like, well, because they was like, well, y'all got a baby together. What y'all mean you ain't talking nothing like that? And he was like, well, we see each other when we, dropping off the baby, but we ain't really having no deep conversations and stuff. And so he tells what happened with Sin. He was like, she went through my phone. She found some stuff. And, that was, but, I didn't cheat or nothing like that. And Papoose, I like him. Let me tell you, I love that man. He got Joe all the way together. He was like, what I don't hear is you acknowledging what you did wrong. When he said that, boy, I said, what? Everybody need a Papoose in their life, because he straight up told him, what I don't hear is you acknowledging what you did wrong. And he was like, we don't, because Joe kept trying to blame it on Sin, talking about she didn't communicate with me, she just got the stuff and just dipped out or whatever like that. And he was like, well, if you was effectively communicating with her, she would already know what was in your phone. I said, what? If you don't, child, he straight up gathered Joe Button ass up. I said, I'm telling you, everybody need a Papoose in their life, okay? And Pat was basically like, you need to treat your family with respect. Like, y'all supposed to have these conversations. She not supposed to find nothing in your phone because ain't nothing supposed to be in your phone. He didn't say all that, but that's basically what he told him. Because, like, what did you like? I really want to know what was in this. I wonder if they're gonna show something. Ain't no blogs got what was in that man's phone. Ain't nobody found out what was in his phone. Cause we need to know what was in this man's phone. I know I want to know. Y'all want to know? I want to know what was in this man's phone. But anyway, next we see Remy. They talking about oh, before I get off of that, then Joe was kind of like, oh, okay, well, like he took it in his stride. He didn't get all in his feelings and stuff like that, because you know how he can be sometimes. He get all up in his feelings, and he was pretty much like, all right, I'll talk to her like that. And Pat was like, all right, good, don't say nothing else to this man, because you know he can go on or whatever. And so they kind of ended it. And Joe was like, yo, this dude right here, sometimes I just want to, he was like, I want to just knock that black love hat off his head. But he knew he was telling the truth to you. Like, you got red. But anyway, next we see Remy. She talking about signing her deal and how she had got pregnant shortly after signing the deal or whatever like that. So she hasn't really been focused on her rap career. She's been more focused on the family and the baby and stuff like that. And the baby was so cute with her little fat cheeks. Pat, of course, he her number one supportive. He talking about her being there because she was in there rapping, like in the studio or whatever like that. And so he was just like, yes, babe, yes, I love that. You know I love you when you on your element. I love that. Like, he is her biggest supporter. I freaking love him too. Like, oh my goodness. Like, yes. I really liked him too. And he was basically like when you dropping that album, babe, because you know your fans is waiting and stuff. And she was like, well, I'm trying, you know, I'm a little overwhelmed. I got the baby, I got this, I got that. So I'm just trying to get it together. I was like, okay. So that was pretty much it for the, well, not for the, you know, the rest of the episode, but that was pretty much all she was really talking about this whole 2 hours or whatever. Like, just basically she was overwhelmed, like she had too much to do. And later on, I just keep going in that order. Y'all know I get off track, but I'm gonna be on track today, okay? Because I ain't trying to give y'all 5 hours of a review for a 2-hour show. I ain't gonna do that today. No, I'm not. But anyway, we see Chrissy and Kim. They meeting up in this restaurant, y'all. And then, of course, VH1 want to show the flashback again of Chrissy beating Kim ass. So, I say, how many times they gonna show this girl getting her ass whipped? Woo! But anyway, Kim Bella, she trying to talk big talk as she walking in there. And she was like, I'm going to meet with Chrissy. And if she get out of pocket, I don't have no problem showing her the new me. Girl, stop. No, girl, bye. Like, Kim, stop. Just stop. Anyway, when she sat down, of course, VH1 had to make it all dramatic and stuff. And so have like 20 commercials in a 5-minute segment. But at any rate, Chrissy was basically like, she want to talk about the ugly situation, what happened, and she not here to be disrespected, and she won't be, she's not here to be disrespectful, but she won't be disrespected or whatever like that. And Kim Bella was like, well, I got questions because I don't really understand what happened. Like, why you sneak me like that? Like, why you do that or whatever? And Chrissy was like, I ain't sneak you or whatever. At first, she was kind of denying what was going on. And the whole thing, like, back in the day when she first did it, to begin with, it really didn't make any sense. And it still don't make any sense today when she explained it. It's like, she's sitting there talking about, who was that girl named Emily? I thought Emily was going to be on this season too, but I probably not. But anyway, Emily was having issues with Fab. I mean, but she's still having issues. But then she was having issues still. But that was because he was cheating. This time it's because he... But anyway. So she was having issues with Fab because he was cheating on her or whatever like that. And he wouldn't claim her to be his girl. Because was they married? No, I don't think they was married. I think they was just girlfriend and boyfriend. But they had like 3 kids or 2 kids, a whole bunch of children. And he wouldn't claim her or whatever like that. So at the party, Kim Bella basically, I mean, it was the wrong time, wrong place, because it was supposed to be like a whole support group. They were supposed to all come together, support Emily. I think she was moving out or something like that. I can't really remember. That was a long time ago. But at any rate, I think she was trying to move out. And it was all supposed to be like this whole supportive circle around Emily. So Kimbella was basically like, me and Fab, I dated Fab 3 years ago. It really wasn't nothing, but I just want to let you know. So I guess she thought because they was talking about him cheating that it was a perfect time to talk about it, but it really wasn't. But at any rate, fast forward to Chrissy. So Chrissy was basically saying she felt disrespected, so she beat Kimbella. First, why would you feel disrespected? If anybody felt disrespectful, it should have been Emily, because Kimbella was coming at Emily talking about I slept with your man or I dated your man or whatever like that. And I'm gonna just say dating, because we don't know if she slept with this man. Cause okay, so I'm not even gonna put that out in the atmosphere, because she said she dated him. Just because you date somebody does not mean you sleep with them. So I'm just gonna say what she said and say she dated him. Okay. So anyway, so Chrissy was saying she felt disrespected, and she said that again during this episode. And I'm like, again, how was you disrespected? She was talking to Emily. She wasn't talking to you. So you inserted your fist in a situation that had nothing to do with you. Whatever. Like, you lucky Kimbella ain't sue you, because she looked like the type. Excuse me. So, after all that, after she was trying to, like, act like ain't nothing really happened or whatever, she finally apologized to her or whatever like that. And Kimbella was like, because she was like, well, I'm glad you sat with me and stuff like that. And Kimbella was basically like, well, I've been through worse with Dipset and stuff like that, so I can sit with you and ha ha ha. And then, not even like 2 minutes passed, Kimbella talking about Yandy and wondering if Chrissy can make up with Yandy. And she was talking about if anything, we can be together, we can bond together, because we hate that be together or whatever like that. I was just like, really? So y'all friends now, that y'all friendly enough so y'all can team up on Yandy? Kimbella, if you don't get your fake behind out of here, girl, bye. Next we see Joe and Sin in this park, y'all. Sin wanted to meet up with Joe because, of course, they both parents to child, I did not write down that baby name, but their baby and stuff. And she wanted to be transparent and open and, like, settle some stuff or whatever. So she was basically saying, or they both was basically saying, they had a lack of interest for each other. They wasn't really in a good place. They both was miserable in a relationship. They both wasn't talking. She was saying, like, you lost a lack of interest in me for over a year, and I could tell that you did that. And he was like, well, I was expressive and telling you how I was feeling. I was just like, why is he talking so slow, Jesus? Like, why does he talk so slow? But anyway, he was basically blaming her. Like, he was blaming her. Like, he is in his feels that she packed up and left. Like, okay, maybe she should have talked to him about what she found. However, why was she going to stick around? Like, for what? Like, you cheated. Like, this had to be, like, he had to have did this before. Like, this couldn't have been, like, his first time cheating on her or whatever like that. And they were both miserable. So why I'm finna stay in a relationship? We both miserable. We both not happy. We both not making nothing work. You going over here talking to Tammy and Kiki and Pam and all them other stuff. I don't know what the woman name was. I'm just throwing out names. Don't be coming for me. But you out here talking to all these people. We both miserable. We not happy. You talking to other people. And then I find the evidence. Well, I'm saying, like, I'm going to pack my stuff up, take my baby, and we out. Like, I don't blame her. Like, I really don't blame her. And so she was pretty much like, you were stepping out. You know what you was doing. He was like, I didn't step out. And she was like, oh, my God. Like, you can't even be honest, Joseph. So she was like, she popped off, y'all. She started yelling at him. I said, when she called out that man's whole name, she said Joey. she said, when she said Joseph, I said, oh no, him in trouble now. So she was just like, unlike me, because he's still the father of my child, and it's going to get real ugly. Don't F with me. Don't F and play with me. I already told you to don't. No, because he can't even tell the truth. And no. So then she got demiked. He walked up the steps talking about, I told y'all she was going to do that. I told you she was going to walk away. Like, what you think she was going to do? Like, if you can't even be honest and then you trying to put the blame on her, like, admit that what you did was wrong. Admit that y'all was both unhappy. Y'all really didn't both communicate. Like, take accountability for your role, and then maybe she'll take accountability for hers, and then maybe y'all can come together and co-parent cohesively. Like, come on. But anyway, she get in the car, she get the mic, she tell the cameras to go away, and then they went to a commercial again. But anyway, next we see the uncomfortable party. Remy's off parole party and stuff like that. And it was kind of dry. But everybody was there. And Jonathan, he's talking about he coming in there looking like the freaking Beetlejuice. He is crazy. I like him though. She gave her little speech because she was off parole. Papoose did a little rap for her. It was cute. Let's see. Oh, why VH1 showed them cameras when Papoose was rapping about people not making it past their year anniversary? Why they paying that camera over there to Joe? I said, oh, they shady. I caught that. But anyway, somebody was talking. I said she talking to who was talking to Joe? Was it Remy? I think Remy Ma was talking to Joe Button or whatever. And child, I don't my notes all janky. Let me see. I don't know. Somebody was talking to Joe. I think it was Remy. I don't know. But he was saying like because it was uncomfortable because Sin was sitting there with Jonathan and Erica was over there with Safari, and you know Erica been with she been with Sin and she been with Joe. Not Joe. Scratch that. She been with Rich Dollars. So that was uncomfortable. And then, of course, she was Safari now. So it was just like an uncomfortable, awkward type situation. And he was pointing out how Jonathan was pointing out how awkward it was and stuff like that. So then they showed Erica, Safari, Remy, and Joe. Not Joseph. I keep saying Joe. Remy and Papoose, they was talking, and they were just basically talking about love and how they was getting married and the pregnancy and all that other stuff, and how it was like kind of awkward and stuff like that. And I think that's when they showed Safari in a little confessional saying that he didn't want no problems with Joe or Rich or whatever, because of course they had issues last season. And he was saying like they hope, he hoped that it won't be the same thing because he really ready to pop off because they ain't about to disrespect his pregnant girlfriend, fiance, whatever, and whatever. So then they showed Joe Button. He snuck up behind Safari and gave him like a hug or whatever. And so Safari was saying like him and Joe had squashed their beef because like I guess Joe's dog died or something. So he reached out to him and so their beef was squashed. But he wasn't sure about Rich. So, of course, VH1 got to dramatize it all over again. And go to a commercial break. They staring each other down like they about to pop off. Everybody looking like, what's going to happen? But anyway, they came back. Rich basically just hugged Safari and was like, congratulations. Child, when he reached out his hand to shake Erica's hand, because he said congratulations to her, and she was just looking. I was like, did she do some Botox or something? Like, it's her face. she had the same look all night, yo. I was just like, ooh, child. But anyway, he held his hand out for her to shake it. And he was like, congratulations, Minna, or whatever. And she was like, okay, thank you. And she did not reach back and shake that man's hand. I said, ooh. Why she leave that man hanging like that? And they was all looking like, did she really just do that? Like, it was awkward and uncomfortable. And then when he get over there with, who was he sitting next? Was he sitting next to, I think he was sitting next to Joe. He was talking about who was he? He was sitting next to somebody, y'all. And he was like, I reached out my hand. You see, she ain't shake it. I wanted to spit on her. Why is you mad at her again? Why? Like, if he don't got his feelings, like he ain't never been dumped by some girl or whatever, like, rich dollars irritates me to no avail. Like, I don't understand why he's so mad at Erica. Like, what did she really do to you? And why are you still in your bag about her moving on to other people? I don't understand it. But anyway, oh, and then we see Kim, Bella, and Christy. They walk in this party together, y'all. Okay? Everybody looking like, what is going on? Yandy looking confused. And Christy was talking about it's been a long time. Of course, dun dun dun. They had to go to commercial. And then that's when we roll into episode 2. So, Remy Ma, she at the table with Yandy and all them. They was just chatting it up or whatever like that when Kim, Bella, and Christy walked in. So she was like, seeing y'all two walk in, okay. And so then it was like Christy wanted to settle some stuff. So Remy Ma was like, all right, I'm out. I'm gonna go over here. Like, this is too much at my parole party. Like, I ain't trying to go back to jail type thing. So she walked away. And Christy talking about she wanted to settle some stuff, but she really, I don't get it. I just don't get the whole beef. So she telling Yandy like why she was mad, talking about Yandy crossed the line. She was telling Jim not to buy this and buy something is in my eye, y'all. I'm sorry. Buy this and buy that or whatever like that. And she crossed the line and stuff like that. So what's her name? Chrissy was in her bag about what Yandy was doing. And so Yandy was like, but I was the manager. Like, you was really coming at me sideways or whatever. And I wasn't trying to stop him from buying you this and buying you that or whatever like that. And you was demeaning me and you was acting funny and all this other stuff. So, like, Christy was saying, I want the same girl I met 8 years ago or something. And because she trying to clear the air and blah blah blah, but then in the same breath she gonna tell there we go, I think I got it, yep, right in my eye. But anyway, I'm sorry y'all. In the same breath she wanted to tell Jesus, in the same breath she gonna tell Yandy she irritating her and that she can catch this slack. But then you just say you want to clear the air? What? What? No, you don't say that you want to clear the air. I don't like it. Next we see Safari and Erica. They looking at this beautiful home. It was a beautiful, beautiful home in New Jersey because that's where they want to get married at and blah, blah, blah. That's pretty much it. And then next we see Kim and Chrissy. They at lunch. Chrissy invited Jonathan, and she talking about something. She don't remember where she met him at, but she was nice peoples and all this other stuff, which Jonathan is nice peoples and stuff. And but Jonathan said they known each other for like 8 years and stuff like that. But the way she was talking, it was like they just met or something like that. So I don't know. Anyway, Kim was kind of like, well, I guess I can meet with him, but he really chose a side when he picked Yandy versus me or whatever like that. And he can be neutral, and why he not neutral, why he always under Yandy and stuff like that. And so, not Yandy, Jonathan, he get there. And she tell him, like, I feel like you just defend Yandy too much and stuff like that. And he was like, that's my friend. Like, I'm going to defend her same way if somebody was talking about you, I would defend you or whatever. And she was just like, And he was like, what, you don't believe me? She was like, I mean, I guess or whatever. So he ended up apologizing to her. And Chrissy was like, okay, see, he apologized. Let's move on. I'm trying to mend relationships and stuff like that. So let's do that. And, I think they had brought up Yandy or something. Did they bring up Yandy? Oh no, they did not bring up Yandy. He was saying like he was really confused at how Kimbella and Chrissy just walked in together at the party. He was just like, what had happened and stuff like that. And that's when she was like, she trying to put the past behind her and men relationships and stuff like that, because she done started this investment group with this guy Greg Parker, and he invested money into her and this millionaires club or whatever. It's like an all women's group. They do real estate, they flip houses and stuff like that. I think it's really dope, like women working together to flip houses and of course make some money. So I think it's a good idea, good concept. So she's just basically saying she just want to see it grow. She don't want to hold no grudges or have no bad child, I can't get it, bad vibes or anything out there with anybody. So she's trying to repair stuff like that. I don't know if it was good for her to get on this show. I don't know, because if she end up fighting Yandy or something like that, how that's gonna look for her business? I don't know. I hope she can keep it together. I hope. Next we see Yandy and Sim. They meet and do hookah and stuff like that. Sim was basically saying she just want to be with somebody that's happy, and she talks about how she attempted to talk to Joe and he wasn't being real with her and all this other stuff, and she just wants him basically to take accountability for what he did wrong. Basically, that's really just take accountability, but whatever. She said and so Yandy was saying like, you just maybe need to be okay that you're not gonna get the answers that you seek, like you might have to just call it a wash or whatever. And that's when Rich woke up, his old messy self. Like, he's just messy. Like, they doing hookah and stuff, and then he starts talking about how Safari and Erica in a relationship, and did Yandy talk to Safari, and I guess they thinking he brainwashed or whatever like that. But he in a relationship, he building with his woman. Like, if he ain't got no real time for you or whatever, some people are like that. Some people get in a relationship and they don't have no friends. But once they break up or whatever, then oh, hey, how you doing and stuff. Like, no. But I mean, if that's your friend and you know how your friend rolled, I mean, like, you gotta take it if you want to. But, like, why y'all sit up here talking about this man and his woman? Like, talking about I guess he can get out, like, talking about blink. She want him to blink 3 times if he okay, and it was just ridiculous, because I guess he didn't really talk to her at the party. He was busy tonguing down Erica at the party. They had showed that a couple times that he was kissing and stuff. I mean, they in a new relationship. They about to have a baby. They in love and stuff. I mean, Safari do need to kind of reach out to his friends just to let them know, like, yo, I love y'all, blah, 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 but just, whatever. But they don't need to be sitting there talking like, Rich, you're not in a relationship, Sin not in a relationship, and Yandy. Okay, so Rich brought up, then he's just messy. He gonna bring up the stuff that was in the blogs about Safari proposing to this girl named Gabby. I guess she was on Love and Hip Hop Hollywood. I stopped watching that after the first season, but he supposedly proposed to her, whatever like that. So they was talking about how the girl had posted all these receipts and stuff. So they was really basically like clowning it's like Erica. It was basically clowning her that she was with this man and all this other stuff. Like, I was just like, if they don't stop, because let her be happy. Let her just be happy. Goodness. Anyway, next we see Remy. She's talking to Joe about, Fat Joe, about her album coming out, and Joe worried about her not being focused and, trying to get her album out and stuff like that. Like, women in Africa do it all the time. They got the baby here, the baby there, they got the little thingy on their head. Like, they doing it. So you got to figure out how to balance it, because your fans want this album. You can't let your fans down. Like, he basically not listening to her talking about she overwhelmed and stuff like that. He like, look, you got to make it work, because your fans want this album. Okay. Yeah, that was pretty much it for them. I think that was it. No, that wasn't it for them. Okay, so I'm just going to bring up this last part, because this was the last part with Remy. So Remy was at a photo shoot later on in the day, or I don't know, no day, week, month. They don't never put no timeline on that stuff. But anyway, I think it was like a photo shoot or some kind of event. And she was getting her makeup done and she had the baby. The baby was crying. She was trying to breastfeed the baby. They was trying to do her makeup. They wanted her on a set. Pat wasn't there to take the baby. So she was just feeling like a lot of stuff. She was feeling like really, really overwhelmed and stuff. While Pat came in there with a whole bag of food, asking the people is they hungry. And then he sat down and started to eat. I said, Pat, you see this baby over here crying, and you see her sitting here waving. I said, now see, Pat, you done messed up now. So she was like, did you really, like, you just gonna sit there with that, and you just want to start eating? Like, can you get the baby? They texting me and they calling me and telling me I need to get on here and I'm overwhelmed and stuff. And he was like, oh, my bad, baby, my bad. And he basically was saying, like, he put his stuff on the back burner to support her and stuff like that because he wanted to see her win. So that was pretty much it for them. Yeah, that was it. So next we see after the whole safari thing, let me go back up. I'm jumping back up because it's almost over, y'all. So Erica and Tahari, is it Tahari? Tahari. She met up with her like in this park or something, child. And they talking about, well, first Erica showed her belly. She excited for her and stuff like that. They've been friends for a few years and stuff. And basically Erica was trying to push her and Joe back together, talking about something, he's single and all this other stuff. So that's when Tahari had showed what she was doing and how she, and I forgot he had proposed to her in Times Square. Did he do that to Sin? Or am I thinking of something else? Because did he propose to her in Times Square too? I hope not, because that'd be foul. But anyway, he proposed to Tahari, and she was basically like, no, champ, you can't do it because I don't trust you. Like, I gotta trust the person I'm with, and I'm not about to marry nobody I can't trust. So he dropped her. She said she bounced and she traveled the world, but now she back in New York. She said she forgave him, but she didn't forget or whatever like that. So Erica really trying to push this whole thing or whatever. I was just like, whatever. Then what else happened? Because I'm trying to see, because it was another scene. Okay, then it was Safari later on, like in a week or something like that, I guess closer to that wedding. Safari and Erica had rented this house with all their friends, because they just look like some extras. Yeah, they was friends though. So they rented some house, and it was just for the VIP people of the wedding, because she said she only wanted people there that's going to support them and all this other stuff. And so what happened? Oh, so then Joe, he came and knocked on the door like that. Tahari was already there. They was talking about, just talking. And so they met up in the kitchen. So Erica, she is really trying to push him. Like, y'all single, he's single, like y'all both single, like, oh. And she was like, Erica, bye. So Erica leave, and then Tahari and Joseph was just basically talking and stuff like that. And the producers had asked if she ever consider taking Joe back. And she was like, I don't know. So I was like, okay, so something might pop off, yo. And did y'all see the way she dropped her booty on him as she was leaving? I said, girl, not all that ass. He probably had flashbacks and everything. I know I would. But anyway, that was it for them basically. And then let's go back up. We see Sin and Jonathan. Oh no, let me get back. Oh, let me go back to Safari, because this was let me go on to Safari. Later on, they was meeting with this lawyer or whatever like that. And Safari was basically like, oh, I want to talk about us buying a dream home, putting insurance on our stuff. And then Erica was like, oh yeah, and I would like to talk about a prenup. And Safari was like, really? Like, that's what we gonna do right now? Like, we could have talked about this. So the lawyer like, oh, okay, well, I'm gonna leave y'all to yourselves. So like, he was just like, getting involved. So he left. And Safari had some good points. Like, we should have really talked about this privately. Like, is this relationship real to you, or is this some kind of business investment and stuff? He was like really in his bag. And she was like, no, baby, you know this is real. Like, you know I love you. I just want to protect myself because of everything that I've been through. And if you cheat, then I'm getting everything. And he like, why you gotta put something on cheating or whatever? And then they go to the confessional, and he was like, I don't understand why she's talking about I'm a cheat. I would never cheat on her, or whatever like that. And then why those shady ass producers again, y'all, talking about something? Well, what about Gabby? And he was like, who said I was talking to Gabby? And she was like, the blogs. And he was like, what? I said, oh, he is stuttering. He's stuttering hard. He couldn't even get it out. The blog. I wasn't Gabby. There's some truth in that. There's some truth in that, because he was really he was stuttering hard with that one. And she was just basically saying she just want to protect them, or protect herself, basically. Next, we see Sin and Jonathan. They sitting at this little, at this little outside restaurant, at this table outside this restaurant and stuff like that. Jonathan flirting with the waiter and stuff like that. Kimbella, she walk up. Then Yandy walk up. And so Sin was like, well, what's it called when you want to be messy, but you don't want to be too messy, but you want to spill some tea? And so Jonathan said something, and then Kimbella was like, well, I thought you was going to call it doing a Jonathan. He was like, so Sin was like, well, I read in the blogs that Chrissy's house was foreclosed or something. And so here you go, Yandy. I'm gonna pull it up. I said, girl, you had that saved in your phone. Stop playing with me. So she pull it up. So she basically reading the article. And so Kimbella like, Yandy, that's messy. And she was like, what? Or whatever. And so she reading the article, and she was saying it was around 2010 when like she fired her as a manager and stuff like that. And that's when Kimbella was like, Yandy, that's messy. She was like, well, what you want to take it up with the writer? Because I'm just reading what they wrote or whatever. Which was true facts. Like, she was reading the article, like, so, and Sin brought it up. So why Yandy being messy? Make it make sense, Kim. But anyway, she was basically like, Kim was like, well, y'all don't need to be celebrating that she falling and all this other stuff. Like, you supposed to be supportive to your friend. And Jonathan was like, well, who's celebrating? Nobody's celebrating or whatever. And she was like, Jonathan, really? You supposed to be taking that for your friend and all this other stuff. And he was just like, Kim, what? He was like, why you... Oh, shit. He said, why are you taking up for Chrissy? You scared she gonna step on that neck again? Man, oh, God. Why is you like this? When he said that, I died. Okay. And she was like, are you serious? Like, yeah, we serious. Because is that why you trying to be all buddy-buddy with this girl? Because then she gonna talk about something. That's why me and you not friends, Yandy, or whatever, because you ain't take up for me that night and all this stuff. So, how long ago was this? This was 2 years ago, right? Look, I'm stuttering like Safari. So what was this? 8, 9, 10 years ago when she got beat up, and they showed the clips, and so Yandy was like, no, that's not how that happened, because I tried to stop the fight or whatever like that. And so they showed the clips of Yandy stopping the fight or whatever the first time, like, I guess because I think she did, because they had the tape. It's not like they reenacted that scene or something like that. They just plopped Yandy up in there. So she tried to stop it the first time when Chrissy was coming at Kim. She tried to stop, like, no, that's ain't what you want to do. Because then everybody was standing up around Chrissy trying to block her. I do remember that. And then Chrissy said something like she was going to the bathroom, or she was going to do something, or she was just like, hold up or something. She just did it real quick. And she got over there and was wow, and then drug her. And so Kimbella mad because Chrissy snuck her. Like, if she snuck you, how was somebody supposed to know she snuck you? Like, people don't get a heads up on a sneak. So, like, make it make sense. You talking about she snuck you, but then you talking about you mad at Yandy because Yandy ain't stop it. But if she snuck you, how she gonna stop it? Girl, stop. So she walking away, and then she gonna tell Yandy, well, we ain't friends. We just had the kids hang out and stuff like that. She was like, oh, okay. So, like, you and Chrissy, bestie buds or whatever like that. But anyway, Kimbella get up. Child. Jonathan for the win, because he was going in. He was just like, okay, girl. And he was like, I love you in spite of the wigs. I love you in spite of that spandex, girl. Okay. And Kimberly was like, basically, she was like, F you, Yandy. F you, Jonathan. Sin, we good. And Sin was like, oh, I'm going to call you. I said, this is a mess. This is a mess. But anyway, we see Chrissy. She at the gym. She working out and stuff like that. She real embarrassed about finding out about the house from the blogs. I guess Jim ain't tell her what was going on with the house or whatever. So she found out like everybody else found out in the blogs. I said, that's ice cold. That is not the way you're supposed to find out about something that's going on with your man of 15 years. Like, no, ma'am. No, ma'am. But she called him on a FaceTime, and she basically like, if I could slap you through this phone, because you got me out here looking real stupid. Like, I'm in this real estate game with all these people, and my house going under, so now look like I can't even handle my own stuff and all this other stuff. So he was just, at first he was like real nonchalant, and that was irritating me. But then he apologized to her and whatever like that. Later on, we see her in the car with Greg Parker, I'm assuming, and he was basically telling her like she got to clean this up, she got to fix it up or whatever like that. She told him the story about the marketing person, not the marketing person, the investor. What happened? So I guess the marketer or money person, I can't, did she say marketer? Somebody who was handling his money, basically trying to, handle his money, make sure he don't make no bad decisions, stuff like that, duped him, basically. And they put this money in these investments, and they sell them and underappraise the house and blah, blah, blah. So she ain't know, because she ain't paying no mortgage, or she ain't on no mortgage, she just on the deed. I was like, okay. But anyway, so she was saying like, so the man was like, well, your career on the line, you need to talk to these women and let them know, like, speak your truth, let them know, so they not pulling out. Because if they pull out, you owe me a lot of money. And she was just like, all right, or whatever. And that was pretty much it. I want to say I got everything in. Yes, I did. Oh, and it's 50 minutes. Woo, child. But it was 2 hours, y'all. It was 2 hours. Don't fault me. Don't be looking at the video and be like, oh, that's too long. But it was 2 hours, and it was good. And I had to talk. I'm sorry. Just, watch it later. Or listen to it like it's a podcast or something like that, y'all. Please forgive me. The next one will not be this long, because the next episode will not be 2 hours. And I'm going to stop rambling, because I will not make this video an hour long. Anyway, thanks for watching my crazy ass. And if you would like to see more of me, then hit that notification bell and hit that subscribe button. And also hit like if you like the video. Don't worry about that dislike button. But if you hit dislike, it's okay too. I still love you. Anyway, until next time, y'all. Peace.